If you're over 60, there is a good chance you already take a few daily habits very seriously. Maybe you set out your morning pills in a little plastic organizer on Sunday night. Maybe you have a favorite mug you reach for every single day at 7 a.m. for your tea or coffee. Now imagine that right next to that mug sits a tiny jar of dark brown flower buds. And adding just one or two of them to your routine could help your digestion feel calmer, your breath smell fresher, and your body feel just a bit more comfortable by the end of the week. Those little brown buds are cloves. They've probably been hiding in your spice cabinet for years, coming out only around Thanksgiving or when you make a special baked dish. But when used in small, steady amounts, they can do more than flavor a holiday ham. They may support your body in quiet, gentle ways that fit perfectly into the daily life of someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond. Many older adults are surprised to learn that cloves have been used in traditional medicine for hundreds of years in places like India, China, and parts of the Middle East. Not as magic cures, but as small helpers for digestion, mouth comfort, and general warmth and circulation. In this video, we're going to talk about what can happen when you make cloves a regular part of your routine, especially if you're over 60. We'll look at how they may support your stomach, mouth, joints, breath, and daily energy, plus several easy ways to use them safely at home. And as always, this is general information, not personal medical advice. So talk with your doctor or pharmacist before making big changes, especially if you take regular medications or have health conditions. Before we explore the day-by-day changes many people notice, let's slow down and get to know this spice better. A clove is actually the dried flower bud of a tree. When you look at it closely on your kitchen table under good light, you can see a small round top and a narrow stem. That whole bud is packed with a natural oil called eugenol. You don't need to remember the name, but you might remember how it smells. If you've ever been to the dentist and noticed the warm, spicy smell when they worked on your tooth, that scent often comes from clove oil. Eugenol is known for fighting certain bacteria and fungi and for having a mild numbing effect. That's one reason people have used cloves on toothaches for so long. But the bud also contains antioxidants, fiber, and minerals like manganese. These tiny bits add up over time. For someone over 60, whose digestion may be slower than it was at 30, whose joints may feel a little stiff when they step out of bed at 6:30 in the morning, and whose circulation may not be as strong in the fingers and toes, small helpers like this can be quite welcome. Everyone's body is different, and not all research on cloves is strong or final. So think of them as a gentle support, not a cure. If you have liver problems, stomach ulcers, or take blood thinners like warfarin, definitely ask your doctor first. But for many otherwise healthy older adults, a modest amount of clove as part of tea, food, or a mouth rinse may offer a quiet boost. Now let's imagine what it might look like if you started adding a little clove to your day for a week. On the first May, you decide to place 2 whole cloves next to your morning coffee cup. You drop them into a mug, pour hot water over them, and let them sit for 5 minutes while you make your toast or oatmeal. The drink has a warm, slightly sweet smell. As you sip it after breakfast, you may notice your stomach feels a little lighter than it usually does after eating. For some people, cloves help the stomach empty a bit more smoothly and reduce that heavy, bloated feeling that it can hang around after a big meal. By the second or third day, especially if you drink a mild clove tea after lunch, you might realize that gas and cramping seem a bit less intense. Maybe you used to unbutton your pants when you sat down to watch the evening news at 6 p.m. because your belly felt tight. Now, it might feel a little less tense. These are small changes, but for many people, they make daily life more comfortable. If you notice your stomach feels worse or burns more, that's a sign to stop and talk with a healthcare professional. Between days 3 and 5, some people also notice a difference in their mouth. If you gently chew a clove after your evening meal, the strong taste may feel intense for a moment, but the effect on your breath can last. By the time you brush your teeth around 9 p.m., your mouth may feel extra fresh. Cloves can help reduce some of the bacteria that contribute to bad breath and gum discomfort. They don't replace professional dental care, but they can be a small friend between cleanings. Toward day 5 or 6, if you add cloves into a warm drink with a thin slice of ginger in the morning, you may notice a gentle sense of warmth spreading into your hands and feet as you sit at the kitchen table. Many older adults talk about cold toes in the winter or chilly fingers when they read the paper. Clove and ginger together can create a warming sensation, and that feeling alone can make a chilly morning in January much more pleasant. This warmth does not replace medical care for circulation problems, but it can make you feel more at ease in your own body. By day 7, some people say they feel slightly more even in their energy, not bouncing off the walls, but a little less up and down during the day. Maybe that 3 p.m. slump where you used to reach for a sugary cookie feels a bit weaker. Cloves may play a small role in helping your blood sugar stay steadier when used along with healthy eating, but they are not a treatment for diabetes. If you have diabetes or pre-diabetes, any change in your routine should be discussed with your doctor, and you should keep following your treatment plan, including checking your levels as directed. Before we move on, there's an important detail here. All of these gentle changes usually come from small amounts of clove used regularly, not from taking large doses. More is not always better. In fact, large amounts of clove or clove oil can irritate the stomach and may cause harm. For most older adults, staying at 1 or 2 whole cloves a day or a light tea made with just a few buds is a safer range. Again, your doctor or pharmacist can help you decide what is right for you. Now let's walk through some simple ways you can use cloves in everyday life if your healthcare provider agrees it is safe for you. Picture a normal winter evening. It's 5:30 p.m., it's already dark outside, and you've just finished dinner. Sometimes you feel a little too full and end up shifting around on the couch trying to find a comfortable position. On those nights, a gentle clove drink after your meal might be worth trying. To make it, you can take 3 whole cloves and place them in a small saucepan with 1 cup of water. Let the water come to a gentle boil for about 3 minutes. Then turn off the heat and let it sit for another 5 minutes. Strain it into your favorite mug and sip slowly. Many people say this kind of drink helps them burp more easily, reduces that tight balloon feeling in the belly, and makes it easier to lie down later. If you already take medicine for your stomach, such as acid reducers or ulcer medication, ask your doctor if this kind of tea is okay with your treatment. Another part of the story often gets overlooked: your mouth and gums. As we age, many of us deal with dry mouth, gum tenderness, or dental work like dentures and implants. These changes can make eating less enjoyable and may even affect how confident we feel around other people. Cloves can be part of a gentle mouth care routine. For example, after brushing your teeth at night, you can swish with a very mild clove rinse. One simple way is to add 1 or 2 whole cloves to half a cup of warm water. Let them sit for 10 minutes, then strain them out. Swish this water in your mouth for 20 to 30 seconds and spit it out. You don't need to swallow it. Some people notice that their mouth feels cleaner and their breath stays fresher when they do this a few times a week. It's important not to use strong clove oil directly on your gums without guidance. Concentrated oil can burn delicate tissue. If you're interested in clove oil, ask your dentist first and follow their advice. Now let's think about joint comfort. Imagine waking up on a cool March morning. The clock shows 6:45 a.m. You swing your legs off the bed and feel that familiar stiffness in your knees or lower back. Before you start your day, you might enjoy a warm oil massage that includes clove. This use is on the outside of your body, so it doesn't affect your stomach directly, but it can still feel very comforting. You can make a gentle massage oil by warming 2 tablespoons of a carrier oil, like olive or coconut oil, and adding 2 or 3 lightly crushed cloves. Let them sit in the warm oil for 10 minutes, then strain them out and allow the oil to cool until it's comfortable to touch. Rubbing this oil into your knees, hands, or shoulders after a warm shower can create a feeling of warmth and ease. Many older adults say this kind of routine helps them move more freely when they go for their morning walk around the block. If you have very sensitive skin, do a small test on a patch of skin on your arm first, and stop if you notice redness or itching. Cloves may also help you create a calmer space for your mind. Stress does not disappear just because we turn 60. In fact, retirement, caring for a spouse, or worrying about adult children and grandchildren can add a different kind of stress. One simple way to use cloves for relaxation is through their steam and scent. Picture yourself at your kitchen table at 8 p.m., the TV off, your phone put away. You heat a bowl of water until it steams and drop in 2 or 3 crushed cloves. Placing the bowl on a thick towel, you lean over carefully, close your eyes, and breathe gently for 5 minutes. The warm, spicy smell can feel grounding and soothing. This little ritual can become part of your evening wind down, like turning off bright lights and reading a few pages of a book. It won't replace medication or counseling for anxiety or depression, but it can be a small tool in your self-care toolbox. Always be careful with hot water and keep the bowl away from the edge of the table so it cannot spill into your lap. Another gentle benefit of cloves relates to the airways. During colder months or when pollen is high, it's common to feel mild throat scratchiness or nasal stuffiness, especially at night. If your doctor says it is safe, a mild clove tea with a teaspoon of honey can soothe the throat. For example, you might prepare a mug with 2 cloves and a thin slice of lemon, pour boiling water over it, and let it sit for 10 minutes. Adding honey at the end and sipping this slowly before bed can make the throat feel calmer. Honey should not be given to children under 1 year old, but for adults, it can be very soothing. If you have diabetes, remember that honey still raises blood sugar, so adjust your portion and talk with your care team. So far, we've talked about the stomach, mouth, joints, stress, and throat. There's also a smaller but interesting area, mental clarity. Some early research suggests that the compounds in cloves may help protect brain cells from certain types of damage related to oxidation. This is still being studied, and it does not mean cloves prevent memory loss or treat conditions like dementia. But as part of a healthy lifestyle that includes staying socially active, walking most days of the week, and eating plenty of fruits and vegetables, a little clove may support overall brain health. You might, for example, blend a small pinch of ground clove into a bowl of morning oatmeal, along with a handful of walnuts and a few slices of apple. This kind of breakfast brings together fiber, healthy fats, and the warming spice flavor of clove. Sitting at your table at 7:30 a.m., watching the sunlight come through the curtains, you can feel good knowing you're feeding both your body and your brain. Again, nothing here replaces medical care, but daily patterns like this can help you feel more steady and clear. Before we move on, there's another important detail. Even natural spices can interact with medicines. Cloves can thin the blood slightly, which may be helpful in some situations, but risky in others. If you already take aspirin, warfarin, or another blood thinner, combining high amounts of cloves with these drugs could increase bleeding risk. That's why it is so important to have a short, honest talk with your healthcare provider. If you have an appointment on the calendar next Tuesday at 10 a.m., you might write, "Ask about clove tea" on your reminder card so you don't forget. Let's talk more about safety, because used cloves wisely is just as important as enjoying their benefits. First, whole cloves are safer than concentrated clove oil for most home use. It is easier to keep the dose modest, and they work well in tea or food. A general guideline for many older adults is 1 to 2 whole cloves per day in tea or meals. If you are smaller in body size or have a sensitive stomach, you might do well with just 1. Swallowing several whole cloves at once is not a good idea. They are hard and can scratch or irritate the throat, and they can be a choking risk, especially if you have trouble swallowing pills or dry food. It's better to steep them in water or grind them into a powder that blends into food. Second, pay attention to your stomach. If you notice burning, pain, or new nausea soon after starting clove, stop and see if the symptoms go away. Many people tolerate small amounts very well, but some do not. If you've ever had a stomach ulcer, acid reflux that wakes you up at 2 a.m., or a history of digestive bleeding, mention this to your doctor before trying any clove remedy. Third, think about your skin. When using clove-infused oil for massage, always dilute the spice in another oil and test a small area first. The inside of your forearm is a good place. If there is no redness, itching, or burning after 24 hours, it's more likely to be safe for larger areas. If you have very thin skin, bruising, or conditions like eczema, talk with a dermatologist before using any new oils. Fourth, consider other life stages in your family. If you live with a pregnant daughter, daughter-in-law, or a breastfeeding mother, remind them to check with their doctor before using cloves as a strong daily remedy. While small amounts of cloves in cooking are usually considered fine, concentrated use can be a different story. Finally, remember that cloves are a spice, not a shortcut. They work best as part of a pattern that already includes simple, healthy habits: drinking enough water during the day, eating plenty of fiber, going for a 20-minute walk after dinner 3 or 4 evenings a week, and getting regular checkups. When you combine these basic steps with a gentle clove routine, the overall picture can be very encouraging. Another part of this story worth knowing is how cloves can help with small problems that bother many seniors but don't always get mentioned at the doctor's office. For example, some older adults feel queasy when they ride in a car for more than half an hour, or when they have to sit in the back seat. On days when you know you'll be traveling, you might try sipping a mild clove and ginger drink about 30 minutes before leaving the house. Crush 2 cloves, add a thin slice of fresh ginger, and pour hot water over them in a travel mug. Let it steep for 10 minutes, strain if needed, and sip slowly. For some people, this helps calm the stomach and makes the ride more pleasant. If you take prescription medicine for nausea, ask your doctor how this kind of drink fits into your plan. Another example is foot comfort. If your feet feel tired and slightly itchy at the end of the day, especially after wearing shoes for several hours, a warm foot soak can be very soothing. Filling a basin with warm water at around 7 p.m., adding a few crushed cloves and a pinch of salt, and soaking your feet while watching your favorite show can help you relax and may support skin health on your feet. Dry thoroughly afterwards, especially between the toes, and always check your feet for cracks or open areas if you have diabetes or circulation problems. In those cases, ask your podiatrist before trying home soaks. Now let's weave all of this into a simple daily or weekly pattern. You don't have to do every idea we've talked about. In fact, it's better to start small. For instance, you might choose one habit for the morning and one for the evening. In the morning, you could decide that 3 days a week, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you'll add 2 cloves to your tea or oatmeal. On the other days, you take a break. This schedule makes it easier to remember and gives your body time to tell you how it feels. Maybe by the second week of doing this, you'll notice that your stomach feels calmer on your clove mornings. Or maybe you will notice no difference at all, which is also helpful information. In the evening, you might choose one of the gentler practices, like a short foot soak or a mild clove mouth rinse, 2 or 3 nights a week. If you like tracking habits, you can mark them on a wall calendar. For example, you might put a little C in the box for each day you use cloves. At the end of the month, you can look back and see patterns. Maybe you'll spot that on weeks where you used cloves regularly, your joints felt slightly less stiff, or your digestion was smoother. Or you may decide it didn't make enough difference to continue. Either way, you are paying calm attention to your body. Remember, there is no rule that you must use cloves every day forever. Many older adults prefer to treat them like a friendly helper they invite in when needed. More on weeks when cold and flu viruses are going around the senior center, or during times of richer meals like late December holidays, and less during quiet times when their body already feels balanced. As we come toward the end of this conversation, think about your own life. Picture your normal day, what time you get up, what you usually eat for breakfast, how you feel after lunch, what aches a little when you climb into bed at night. Can you see one small place where clove might fit in, if your doctor agrees? Maybe it's a weak cup of clove tea after your big Sunday lunch, or a gentle clove mouth rinse before bed on days when you've enjoyed onions or garlic. Maybe it's a warm oil rub for your knees before you head out to your weekly line dancing class at the community center. The most important thing is that any new habit feels kind to your body and easy to keep. You don't need expensive equipment. A small jar of cloves from the grocery store, a saucepan, a mug, and a little time are usually enough. Always listen to your body, and if something doesn't feel right, it's okay to stop and ask for professional advice. To wrap up, cloves are a small, humble spice with a long history. For someone over 60, they may offer gentle support for digestion, mouth freshness, a sense of warmth, and moments of calm. They are not a cure for diseases, and they cannot replace medications or regular medical care. But when used in safe amounts with guidance from your healthcare team, they can be a pleasant part of your daily routine. I'd love to hear from you. If you're over 60, how do you feel about adding small, natural helpers like cloves into your life? Is there a particular idea from this video? Maybe the evening tea, the foot soak, or the mouth rinse that you'd be most willing to try? Let me know in the comments and share any experiences you've already had with cloves or other gentle spices. If you found this helpful and you enjoy calm, practical tips for staying comfortable, strong, and steady as you age, I'd be grateful if you'd subscribe to the channel. It's a simple way to stay connected and to get more ideas you can use in your everyday life.